We just watched one of the most unique experiences in the history of sports. And I'm talking about the Caitlin Clark experience. And it's gone on nonstop. The Caitlin Clark experience has been nonstop since last October, early November. This is very unique. No woman's ever been asked to carry this burden. No, it's never happened in America. And then when you throw on the animus and the jealousy and the media being against her and all the legends of the game. What was the girl, Lynette Woodward? She ain't break my record. I was playing with a real size basketball. She wasn't. All of that. And it's like, oh, wow. And then obviously you have Angel Reese still trolling her and the people in the media being uncomfortable. And Paige Beckers is really the best player. And Paige Beckers, she understands her white privilege. Caitlin Clark doesn't. And so here's a woman that becomes the biggest star in sports earlier this year, February, around that time, and goes all the way through the NCAA tournament, ends in early April. The next week, or within a week or 10 days, they have the WNBA draft, and ratings fly through the roof. These women all dress up appropriately, mostly as women. The WNBA draft is this huge success, and it's like anybody that's paying attention, like, this is the biggest star in sports. And then a week or two later, she's into a WNBA camp. And then by early May, she's playing WNBA games. And the momentum just keeps going and going. And then she gets snubbed for the Olympics. And then, all the hatred from Cheryl Swopes and everybody in the WNBA, it just all keeps building and feeding on itself. She's having this incredible deal, and people are sitting out here asking her questions. I forget the guy that asked her the really stupid question, and she just said, hey, look, her answer wasn't these exact words, but it's just like, hey, I just want a ball. I don't want, and then WNBA players got upset. We don't have the privilege of just playing basketball. We have to care about these social issues. She's playing in a social issues league that wants to wear shirts that say vote, wants to scream Black Lives Matter, wants to push some sort of political agenda. She just wants the ball. She just wants to be the best basketball player. And she's caught up in this political deal, and she's caught up in this racial discussion, and she's dealing with Nike, an organization that got her on a bargain basement deal and is telling her, well, we're going to wait to promote you until we're done promoting A'ja Wilson. And she's in the middle of all of these racial discussions that she has nothing to do with, wants nothing to do with, and then they're demonizing her fans. And these Indiana Fever players are all caught up in the middle of this too. They're all having conversations they used to not have because no one cared about the WNBA. And so these guys could go play their game in anonymity with very little pressure. No one really cared. And now they're in this bubble. Every arena they go to is filled to the rim. There's all this conversation. It's all exhausting. And they got a little small 3-4 week break because of the Olympics, but it still wasn't much of a break because a lot of the discussion was about how come she ain't on the Olympic team? But they get a short little break. For one straight year, everything, the weight of the world and all these political and racial discussions centered around Caitlin Clark. And I look at last night's game and go, yeah, she's worn out. And so are her teammates. And so I just, hats off to Caitlin Clark, hats off to the Indiana Fever.